Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Greysuck Undercity and Space Marines versus Eldar. Blue Space Marine team, the Tenso, is a force commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support alongside. Pedro, where you gone? There you are, with a Techmarine, starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Black Templars elite scheme here. And rounding off the team, Crysis, with an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. We have the Dark Angels DLC recolored. Red team, Eldar have a couple of Farseers. This is Xenotech and this is Grimm. Oh, with the same Han elite scheme recolored. These guys are support heroes fighting in melee with some powerful buffs and control abilities. And alongside Broodwich with a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Exodite's elite scheme here, Destructor thrown out, but there's more tactical marines. Getting quite low here, Mr. Warlock needs to run away soon. I think the rest of these units are pushing the power. I can see on the map. Oh, Warlock's going to go down. Misjudged by Broodwich early on. Look, their Banshees are here, harassing power and the marines around it. Got some Guardians in play too. Grimm seem to be a little bit late getting their Banshees on the field, but they are on the field. Meanwhile, northeast, Force Commander's going to run into Banshees here, could be dicey. Might need to hit Battle Cry and run. I think they're going to go down. Power melee kicks, power melee blades, and down goes the Force Commander. Both teams losing an early melee hero. Farseer, I think, tried to get a revive there, but there's just so many bolt guns in her face. Had to flee. Broodwich's other units ran off. Xenotech is now isolated potentially against the double. More Space Marines coming around the side here. Farseer using a fleet, tying up the Marines, getting them out of there, trying to power bash this Farseer, now trying to get in to tie up these guys, but taking a lot of damage. Can the Marines finish her off in melee? Giving it a good go. Do they have the deeps? I don't think they do. Oh, maybe. Got down to 11. One more burst might have done it. 2-to-1 cap very early on for the Eldar team. We see Grimm skulking around the edges of the map. We've got shotgun scouts in play for Crysis. Also have their sergeant. So Banshees should be dealt with here. No Farseer around to help out. Oh, they're going for the grenade. Didn't even go for the shotgun blast. And killed two, I think. That's two Banshee lumps of hair on the ground there. Guardians almost wiping on retreat. In fact, they still might. I think they'll be okay. Shuriken is in play now for Grimm, and Guide is popped up on it for the 30% range and 30% damage boost. Starting ability of the Farseer. There's the heal though, and a shotgun blast for the Farseer's face. Meanwhile, northeast, Techmarine gets a level because they revived the Force Commander, and they have a mastercrafted bolt. We've got Assault Squad in play as well for the Tenso. Might finish off this Shuriken of Broodwich. Shotgun blast on the other. Frantic fighting in the northeast. They go for the jump to get the wipe, and they get it. Well played, Assault Squad by Tenso. Scouts now backing off. Assault Squad probably could have stayed in play there, but I think they saw the Banshees and decided to get the hell out. Tax with their fast capping on the VP. Force Commander just smacking that node for the Emperor there. Maybe some guide here from the Farseer. There we go. I hear Banshees yelling. Is that Grimm? Nope. Broodwich it was. Getting the Techmarine out of there, and now going onto the power. Broodwich very focused on getting this power down. Nothing wrong with that, of course. They're splitting. Warlock is now northeast. Scouts will be okay. Force Commander's quite low. And there are Banshees potentially on retreat path on the power. Tax dropping a model to the Farseer. Farseer gets knocked around though. I think that's Battle Cry used then. Oh, Banshees retreat. Okay. Did they bash more? Yeah, that gen is being built, and they got the node a bit. Warlock has a Merciless Witchblade now. Big chunks of damage per swing. Also drains energy. And is a knockback on ranged attack. It's pretty damn good. Tactical Marines flee with a Flamer. Did they get any bashing done? I think they got a full bash, you know, because all those are being repurchased. Well played. Is that Crysis? Yeah, that was Crysis' Tactical Marines. Completely missed their power bash. Farseer here with Armor of Fortune and Ghost Helm. This is Grimm. with a pretty solid tier 1 army here. Banshees with aspects of strength. They've got the Shuriken. They have battle equipment guardians. Apothecary skulking around the VP. Some scouts sneaking up too. Meanwhile, back to the northeast. Eldar are kind of getting boxed in. Force Commander went down again to the Banshees, I think. 387 to 443. Can they get another power bash right at the end of tier 1? It's a pretty good time to do it. Assault squad need to be careful. There's that Warlock jumping in. And it's really bad news for the assault squad when he's got this Merciless Switchblade. Draining their energy so they can't jump around and get away. Champion's Robe is also up. 387 to 430. Eldar stealing southwestern contested power there. And a power bash from Crysis using shotguns and a customized Stormbolter. Purification rights are in. Rangers coming onto the field for Broodwich. Did they not get another unit up before that? They had the Shuriken that wiped, I think. That the Assault Marines got. Techmarines level 3 started off well. Big fight here potentially. Banshee's getting right in there. War shout. The shotgun blast was a little bit late. Yeah, they're off the field pretty quickly. Very quick attack from the Eldar there. Force Commander still hanging around that power. Is now going to get away, and Tenso has a Razorback on the way. Pedro also goes tier 2, the second player to go. Crysis has an assault squad of their own. Can support them very well with the Apothecary, of course, especially with that Purification rights. Grenade goes in. They're not close enough to get the heal on the assault squad though there. Not sure why it didn't come in. Trying to take out the Guardian weapon team. Almost got it, but the Apothecary falls in the end. 386 to 400 is caught completely unawares by the Eldar flank. Did they get the power though? Yeah, they messed up most of the power, I think. So that might have been worth it. Oh, they've just Laramon's blessing to get the Apothecary back up immediately. Tier 2 for Crysis. None of the Eldar players going tier 2 yet. It's interesting to note. And they're dealing with a Razorback all of a sudden. Just running over these Guardian energy shields. Assault squad jumping on the Shuriken. Grenade mostly misses. Another grenade goes in from the Eldar though. Really good hit on the scouts. Slightly unlucky not to get a full wipe there maybe. Perfectly placed. Battle crying Force Commander buffing everything around. And they get their power back. What is this? Scouts being annoying, decapping the wreck point. Got Rangers being sneaky for Broodwich with their Pathfinder gear. A Dreadnought on the way for Pedro. Maybe we'll see the Assault Cannon, although a melee Dreadnought will be very scary for the Banshees. All the Eldar players do go tier 2 now. Sternguard veterans up for the Tenso. First company tactical marines that can change their ammo to combat all targets. They'll be using Hellfire a lot against the Eldar infantry. Also good against the heroes, although they can switch to Kraken bolts for that. There's Hellfire. They're like acid rounds, I believe. Messing up the Rangers. Can they get another model? I think they can. Yep. Almost got a full wipe there, chasing with the Razorback. Here comes the Warlock. I think he shot his lightning hands as he was jumping and knocked one of the models down there. And then jumped on them. 324 to 400 on the VPs. So a slight lead for the Eldar. 76. Not a huge amount. Where's the Dreadnought? What's he up to? Stomping up towards the northeast. We do have a webway on the southern edge from Grimm. Yep, from Grimm. Eldar have this contested power noded as well. Apothecary just hit level 2, and his heal does get better as he levels back to the northeast. Drop pod in, spewing out some tactical marines for the Tenso, and another Razorback on the way. Right Lance is in play for Xenotech, anti-vehicle weapon. Banshee's yelling at the Force Commander, knock him down, might go down here. I think he's going to fall. Yep. Hellfire round, Sternguard. I think Tenso thought with the Hellfire rounds there and the other bolt guns coming in, they could outlast the Banshees, but didn't quite happen. Right Lance getting shots on a Dreadnought. Lots of free hits here, but now persuaded to leave. Space Marines really stacking up on this northeastern corner where the contested VP is. Crysis on Eldar's natural. That's Mind War suppressing those tactical marines there. We were the Doombringer as well for the Farseer. She's got a lot of abilities to juggle and still only level 1, so not a huge amount of energy to use them. Guide up on the Guardian weapon team there. She has Doom, Fortune, Mind War, Guide, and Fleet. That Farseer. 324 to 339. Falcon in play for Broodwich. It's triple cap for Space Marines. Stone Guard switching back to Hellfire. Assault Squad jumping in. They need to try and keep the pressure on the back lines so that the Marines and Razorbacks and stuff are free to do their DPS. Techmarine goes to the revive and gets it. But can they get away? Both of them knocked over. Banshee's yelling. Shotgun blast comes in. I don't think it would have saved one of them, but a nice blast nonetheless. A Razorback goes down. Dreadnought charges in. Very far up the field now. Banshees with the aspect of fleetness. So those dual mirror power swords on the Exarch there. Dreadnought taking a bunch of damage. The Falcon does anti-vehicle damage. And they're going to get it. And get it they do. Down it goes. Levels up the Banshees, I think. Yep. Oh, missile tactical Marines. Getting the shots on the Falcon. 324 to 272. Don't think it was worth extending the Dreadnought up that far. And now that Eldar can get the northeast, but Crysis continues to put huge pressure on the natural VP of the Eldar. What is this though? Oh, Fire Dragon's going for a power bash out the webway. Those are Grimm's Fire Dragons. Assault Squad will get the cap. And they'll go and harass power too with the Razorback, I guess. Meanwhile, northeast. Warlock pokes the drop pod to death. They could reinforce off it, so it's worth doing. You get some red and XP as well, I think. Banshee's been quite dangerous here alongside Broodwich's Warlock. They're still level 1, but they're causing problems. Here comes the weight of fire, though, from the Stern Guard and the attacks there of Pedro. Not to mention the Mastercrafted Bolter itself. Down goes the other Razorback. Right Lance doing some work with Guide on it. Farseer now has the Singing Spear as well. The Xenotech anti-vehicle weapon. Big fight here. Banshees chewing through the Assault Squad, though. Tenso's forgotten about them. Down they go. Force Squad as a Thunderhammer also went down. Banshee's running riot here with that Falcon support. Yeah, they need that Falcon down. How many do they have? Just the one missile launcher? Yeah, it's only the Tenso that has a missile launcher. They do have 2 Stern Guard that can use Vengeance rounds. But that's it for AV. Have a refractor field for the Techmarine. 324 to 225. Now they get a full power bash, I think. Yeah, Banshee's doing super well. And they both have shotguns, right? They both have shotguns, I think. Mastercrafted Bolter as well. Thunderhammer just came in. Fire Dragon did get a full bash here, as you can see. Eldar coming out swinging. Like midway through tier 2 here. Falcon for Broodwich, tier 3 for Grimm. Crysis does have both of the natural VPs though. So the VP lead is climbing. Good passage of play for Eldar in the northeast, but they need the VPs. Fortune up on the Farseer. Is it enough to save her? I think it might have made the difference there, you know. Assault Squad are not jumping again. I think they need 55 energy for it. We have Crysis' Tactical Marines, level 3. Assault Squad jumping away from the angry Eldar heroes. Over here is Grimm making great use of the webway. I think maybe those scouts were trying to look for it. Yeah, they do have their sergeant to find it. Jen's coming in. Razorback saying hello. Grenade misses. Doesn't seem like there's anything inside the Razorback. And the Guardians are meleeing it for some reason. Just run away, fellas. There you go. I thought they were trying to mess up the pathing so that Fire Dragons could come in. I don't know where the Fire Dragons are, though. I can't select them. They must be in the webway. Got a decap as well. Well played, Grimm. Getting a natural back. Also getting a natural power back. Crysis really mopped up down here. Double Falcons of Broodwich could be amazing. They can get tier 3 and get shields on both of them, too. Tier 3 for Xenotech. Grimm already there. Who's this down northeast? Oh, the Force Commander's still down. Some repairs for the power node. Techmarine can now let their shield down and regenerate their energy a bit. Taking a while to get this node back, eh? Banshees will help that get it. Fire Dragons coming in as well. 302 to 176. 2 to 1 for Eldar. But the Space Marines did build up a decent lead thanks to Crysis. Double Falcons on the Razorback. Pop smoke. Seems to be doing a good job protecting it now. Is that a warp throw? That is a warp throw. Banshees yelling. Going after the retreating tactical marines. Can he get a model? The Razorback goes down. I don't think they got a model off them. Oh, did they get the sergeant maybe? I think they got the sergeant. Yeah. 293 to 173. Broodwich can be nice and mobile now with these double Falcons. Support both sides of the map. Farseer is going to fall here, I think. For Xenotech. Yep, down they go. Should get revived though. Space Marines flooding the northeast. We do see Seer Council for Xenotech. Might have come in from the global bar actually. Power melee squad of Warlocks that all jump on you and have a ton of damage. Able to get away. Have a passive aura reducing range damage incoming as well. Broodwich with a double Falcon flank. Vengeance rounds up for the Stern Guard. Need to tie them up. Oh, there's two of them though. Looks like they're out repairing it okay. Banshees coming in for the other Stern Guard. Well done, Broodwich. Here comes Crysis to the northeast. Red team are getting a natural VP back. There's a double cap for the Space Marines. Tier 3 for Pedro, Tier 3 for Tenso. Can they get one of the Falcons? The missile fellas are being tied up by the Warlock, level 3. Now with that warp throw that we saw earlier. Last cannon's in play for Crysis. Big chunks of damage and a snare for vehicles. There it is. Gets a hit on the Falcon. Shotgun blast for the Warlock. Maybe time to back off the Falcons. Nope, might get the Devastators here. Does get the Devastators. The Warlock doing a great job. Goes down. But did some great work there. 293 to 103. Banshees are grabbing the northeastern VP. They're going to get a 2 to 1 the Eldar. Falcon's doing amazing. More Seer Council this time for Grimm. Terminators. No, it's a drop pod. It's a Venerable Dreadnought for Pedro. Vehicles of the Space Marines haven't done great so far. But the Razorbacks were okay, but they both went down. The Falcon goes down there. Venerable Dreadnought is unique to the Techmarine. Tons of hit points. It is stuck with melee weapons though. Would be great to see it get a multi-melter option or something. But it's super fun to see charge around and smack stuff. Getting the Dark Age of technology. I think that's a bit quick to get it. It's such an expensive upgrade. I think it's worth waiting for your Venerable to level up maybe before you get it. 50 power for that. 50 power for 300 health, I think. It's not very good value, is what I'm saying. It's very much a luxury purchase. Added in Elite mod, of course. In the base game, you can't get Dark Age of technology for your Venerable Dreadnought, I believe. 258 to 103. What is this? Kicking off in the mid. Assault Squad jumping in. And then they flee because Fire Dragon's coming in. Banshees are there. The Farseer there as well, of course. Can they get on the natural VP now? There's 2 to 1 for Eldar. Is it worth pushing forward to bash power? Venerable Dreadnought's getting repairs. I think it's worth it. They're going for it. Bright Lance pushing up. Falcon staying back. Seer Council are quite damaged here. Haven't lost a model though. Well, maybe they did, but it reinforced off the Falcon, I guess. What is this? Scouts being sneaky, trying to get a VP decap. Is that the Farseer? That's Grimm's Farseer grabbing that. It might get a triple here. Tier 3 for Broodwich, Tier 3 for Crysis. The Tenso down to 2 units. Crysis down to 3. Can they get their Tier 3 steamroll going? The Space Marines. Has been a lot of pressure on the power on both sides, I guess. Techmarine might get away. Oh, melee charge. Down they go. That might have been fleet, actually, not the melee charge. Should get revived. Got a full power bash, though. Space Marines might need to triple the northeast or something. The Tenso with a Land Raider Redeemer on the way. That could swing things, although You're against triple Eldar with all the Eldritches. Falcon getting 3 shots on the Dreadnought. What level is this thing now? Level 2. Does have the shield, which is a tier 3 upgrade. Double cap for Eldar. Blue team are going to get a natural. There's a warp throw. Having to retreat out of it. Pedro go bottom, says Crysis, sorry. Space Marine's kind of milling around the mid. Force Commander run. Still level 1. Does have that Thunder Hammer though. That could be huge amounts of work. Potentially. See, Council have found an isolated Apothecary. Needs to heal himself to get the purification rights and then run, I think. There it is. Oh, but didn't run. Got the scouts coming in. Got Stern Guard veterans coming in. Judged it well in the end, did Crysis. Getting some free shots now on the Seer Council. Banshee's having a look. Oh, we've got the Spirit Stones heal the spiritual rights for the Farseer. And now they're just going in for a big old brouhaha. Good Merciless Strike. There's Angels of Death. 50% damage reduction for all of the Apothecary's infantry. Bright Lance won't do a huge amount here. Wins the fight with it. The global wins you an engagement. It was probably worth using. Warp throw. Oh, I didn't seem to warp throw anything. Oh, because they're all Angels of Death, weapon knockback immune, that's why. 83 to 103, double cap for the Eldar. It's pretty damn close. Eldar have the map right now though. Triple is in. Land Raider Redeemer hits the field. I don't think they ever spotted the webway down here. Unless it was just replaced at one point. But the Warlock is level 5. Land Raider backs off. Is it going to go northeast and sit there? Or are they going to try and push the naturals with it? Here's the Venerable Dreadnought hanging around the bottom of the map. They were advised to go to the bottom, Pedro. Of course, when they're getting those Thunderhammer smacks in. Still hasn't leveled yet. He's so close to leveling. Still a triple cap though. They've got to get on the VPs. Nobody's getting on those VPs. Well, they decapped over here. I don't think they have time to get to the others though. Eldritch coming in. Yeah, it's going to be an Eldar game. Fire Prism on the field here for Broodwich. Avatar up for Xenotech as well. They just lost too much stuff in that. In the midway tier 2 point, these Space Marines couldn't recover fast enough. Eldar did a great job on map. Broodwich's double Falcons was awesome. Heroes, level 1 Force Commander was down quite a lot, that guy. Level 5 Techmarine. A level 4 Apothecary did have Armor of Purity at the end. Level 4 Farseer with Singing Spear. The Warlock level 5 did a lot of work with that Merciless Witchblade. And Grimm is inside something, somewhere. The webway maybe. And I can't see what they have. Can't see what level they got to. Would they have it, girls? It's pretty damn close actually. Short and frantic faction war. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to these players for getting together to get us a faction war to gawk at. And I'll see you next time.